More than 8 decades have passed since the first Quonset hut rose from the sands of Rhode Island in 1942. What began as a temporary shelter for soldiers in a global war has now become something far greater. A global architectural legacy. The world changed after World War II, but the spirit of the Quonset hut never disappeared. It adapted, evolved, and continued to serve, not just as a building, but as a symbol of strength, simplicity, and human resilience. A design that refused to die. In the 1950s and 60s, when the world was rebuilding and modern cities began to rise, the Quonset hut quietly found new life. Surplus huts were sold to civilians at low prices, and soon they appeared everywhere, on farms, college campuses, airports, construction sites, and even art colonies. Farmers turned them into grain silos and storage barns. Teachers transformed them into rural classrooms. Pilots used them as aircraft hangars, and small towns converted them into community halls and churches. The design's flexibility was unmatched. No foundations, no heavy cranes, no waste. Just a simple arch that stood firm through storms, snow, and time. Architects began to realize that the Quonset hut was not a relic of war, but a blueprint for sustainable architecture, durable, recyclable, and energy efficient, from battlefields to backyards. By the late 20th century, the Quonset hut had taken on a new identity. It was no longer a military structure. It had become a canvas for creativity. Across the United States and beyond, people began turning these curved steel shells into modern homes, workshops, and art studios. Architectural magazines started featuring Quonset homes, minimalist, eco-friendly spaces that honored history while embracing modern design. In California, artists restored abandoned Quonset huts into bright creative studios with skylights and glass walls. In Alaska, entire families built warm homes from insulated Quonset shells, capable of withstanding temperatures